Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Nice little sneeze to start the stream. How is everyone doing? Getting everything all set up here. Welcome in. It is a giveaway Wednesday. Let me get the stream all set up here. Make sure everyone is alerted that we are live. Good. Good morning. Rebo, always first to be in here. Sorry about being a couple minutes late there. I was getting the stream, make sure the banner was correct. Okay. How is everyone doing? Good morning, Steve. McLaughlin, how you doing? Saeed, what's going on? So we're going to talk about, I do have the data up already. We're going to have two tabs open for now. And then I'm just going to close this one. So to start the stream, we're going to talk about the IB from last night. We'll give people a couple minutes to get in here before we dive into that. Quite the drop pre-market right now, but I am kind of excited to see this because we're going to have a bullish draw into open. And we'll talk about what happened yesterday with the IB as well, why we didn't trade that. I'll make sure to go draw in everything else that I had. So we'll bring SPY up because I believe I did leave. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we'll review the IB from yesterday. We'll review why we did not trade it. We'll go into depth on the IB from last night as well. Not that there's really too much to go into. And then that should bring us right into open. Now, keep in mind, today is an FOMC day. We do have FOMC at 2, and it is a rate decision. That being said, this should be treated about the same way as a pre-NFP move. NFP obviously comes out at 8:30 on a Friday. So for today, this is essentially our Thursday trading up to NFP. And then come after hours, or come 2 o'clock, sorry, not after hours, we'll get a move based off of the data that we're looking at. Yes, we're having the giveaway on stream today. That's why we changed the banner up. So that giveaway will be probably about 10:45, maybe 11 o'clock, all the way at the end of the stream. You're 150 away from passing your first Lucid Pro. Huge congratulations. Don't slip now, especially on FOMC day. All right, so for yesterday, I'm actually going to bring up another tab here. We're going to go, hopefully that edgeful AI stored my question from yesterday. Yes, perfect. Okay, so why did we not take the IB yesterday? Why were we avoiding it? Why did we theorize that Qs was going to go up and SPY was going to go down? I did not take any trades off of this yesterday. I want to make that very clear. These are just long and short positions based on the trading view indicator. This was not an actual position that I took yesterday. The reason that we did not take this, SPY was indicating a break to the downside. We had the high of the IB form first. We had the low form second. QQQ, high form second, low form first. So we were targeting the high. If you guys remember from yesterday's stream, it did look very good for us to go and break up to 605.92. I also want you guys to keep in mind, look at what happened for the rest of the trading day after the IB broke. We didn't hit a 0.5 extension. We stayed within the same $1.50 range, meaning the same 55-point range on QQQ, MNQ, for 4.5 hours yesterday. Now, the reason we didn't trade the IB was for this statistic right here. I went and asked edgeful AI. I said, if we scroll up here, I tried getting it analyzed for course of 2 years, but you have to go and retype in the report. So 6 months will do. 6 months will be fine. Yes, it was goated price action yesterday. So for the initial balance on NQ and ES, when NQ is indicating a breakdown or break up of a break of the high, while ES is indicating a break of the low, so a breakout versus a breakdown, what are the stats for the initial balance playing out correctly for both assets? It is a 0% chance over the past 6 months. There's been 7 instances, so it's happened 5.5% of the time. 0, there has not once been an instance where both assets simultaneously delivered a clean single breakout or breakdown. We were talking about this all day yesterday in stream. QQQ looked really good to go and break that high. SPY obviously looked good to go and break the low. We're not in the position to be guessing which one of them is lying. We're not in the position to be guessing which one is going to break up, which one's going to break down. We are here to make accurate trades and trade accurate setups. So we do not need to be sitting in here and saying, or worrying about overthinking on the trade. I got that comment yesterday. We do not need to be in here trying to guess which one is going to make the accurate break to the upside or the downside. That is not what our trading strategy is. That is not how we go about trading. We need to make sure that we are making educated decisions based on sound statistics. Again, we are not in here trying to guess which one is spot. Almost no gain whatsoever. Anyway, for those trades, we just need to sit out. We don't need to take it. We don't need to go and try and say, okay, this is pointing to the upside because XYZ, or this is pointing to the downside, so I'm going to take it on Qs, but I'm not going to take it on SPY. That's how you start adding more variables to your trading strategy and start losing more. Stream frozen. Should be good now, right? Sorry about that. Looks like it was only down for a minute. What's going on, Freedom Trader? Bear, Mitch, good morning. Sasso, Sensei, Sam's, Waldive, Pilgrim, how you doing? All right, now going over to last night's GlobeEx IB. I know I'm delayed on MNQ, so we're using it just for the last night, 6 o'clock, the IB. Here's our IB from last night. Another pretty messy one. Go and draw in our 50% on it. If I can get to 6 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock. Here we go. Okay. So here's our IB from last night. Actually, TradingView is still delayed, so it's right here. Sorry about that. There's our IB from last night. I did not take this one. Again, the range is too small. This was 25.26 down to 24.990. So from the midpoint entry, it's 18 points that we would have made. On 2MNQ, that's not even $80, so it's not really worth it. However, if you guys remember from last time we checked the IB on Wednesday, MNQ daily for a Wednesday IB during GlobeEx, these are our stats right now. Doesn't really look that favorable in either direction, does it? Not at all. So for this setup on a Wednesday night, we are not touching GlobeEx. We're not using the IB for GlobeEx. We're not using the IB for direction into GlobeEx because of these stats. This was last night's GlobeEx. We hung around the 50% all the way until 8 o'clock, which after last night, and it may have been just for the past week or so. So we'll look at some more data regarding this. I'm probably not going to trade the IB past 8 o'clock. So we have had a couple instances where the IB has broken in the direction that we were looking for with that 8 o'clock move. 8 o'clock is Asia open. GlobeEx open is at 6. It goes until 7. Asia opens at 8. It goes until 9. Then that's a completely different IB that you're trading. For this one from last night, this made me think of putting in a rule that makes it so we do not trade the IB, or we're not in the IB trade after 8 o'clock. And I think that could have avoided unnecessary loss with that spike up that we had. Continued all night, so that Asia IB actually gave us, whether you want to look at the GlobeEx one or not, 53%, 54%, not good at all. For our Asia IB, though, Tokyo, that was our direction that carried out for the entire midnight session. And then coming to our beautiful London IB, where are we here? So it goes from 2 to 3, I believe. Yes, because we're forward an hour. Okay, so the high form first, low form second. Pretty messy. It just chopped sideways, but still gave you your direction for the entire open. Granted, this was a news move down, so this isn't something that you're going to catch with just a naked bias. This is all from news. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Getting all set up for the chats here. That volume comes in. Tokyo is nice. Do you think time change messed things up? No. The reason that we're all messed up right now is because we're in daylight savings time for the trade. So the time frames aren't off because of that. It's just the actual times and the timestamps on the chart. That I don't really think has any impact into it. I think the reason that we're all messed up at the moment is because we have that contract rollover. So for MNQ H6 and M6, those contracts are still all messy. The volume coming in, especially at night, and that's why we've seen 3 nights in a row where the GlobeEx IB has been IBEX. What am I saying? Where the GlobeEx IB has been just absolutely terrible. We haven't had any movement. Last night especially, we had, I mean, I already covered it, but we didn't have any movement until Asia open. We had nothing. So for that GlobeEx, you would have been sitting in that trade for an hour at break even. There's not really anything that you're going to be taking outside of that. Third Tuesday in a row that the IB has lost. Granted, we did not take it yesterday because they did not line up, so there was no reason for us to take that trade. But that is 3 Tuesdays in a row that the IB has lost, which I've been covering. Tuesdays are the best days for the IB. Best days across the board. Then we don't need this tab anymore. I will keep this saved over here so we can bring it up when Andre hops in the stream here shortly. Also, something that I wanted to touch upon, if I can pull it up on my X, go down here into the bottom right. So we're going to bring it over to where my replies were. So I posted, this is what I'm going to be going for whoever knows how long. I don't have a time frame on it. I don't have a specific timestamp that I need to follow. I'm just going to be pursuing this for the foreseeable future. So this is going to be probably, I don't know, maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I don't care how long it takes, because this is going to be the same concept that I had when we were trading on Apex with aiming for small profit days, moving on from those small profit days to just compound those gains. I will eventually be sizing up as well. Actually, I think I can leave this over here. I don't need 2 tabs open. For this, probably going to aim for 100,000. The current payout record for Lucid Live is 24,000. So I'm going to aim for 4 times that. I'm going to aim for 100,000 payout from those Lucid Lives. Now, if you guys have been on Twitter recently, you saw that AJ called out. It was pretty funny yesterday. I'll go scroll through his Twitter real quick. He called out a trader. Oops. I guess I'd have Minx muted too. So he called out a trader yesterday, Turbo Trades, banned him. Beautiful tweet right here, which I'm really happy to see that prop firm CEOs are starting to get in the mix of social media now. Give layout, follow. So this guy essentially said that Lucid had no proof that they needed to ban him. There was no reason. There was no evidence. And then AJ came out and said, you were copy trading over. Yeah, I have a lot of people muted. Who is that just hopped in here? What's going on, James?
Yo, what's up, Zinc? How you guys?
Good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of people muted. I have a lot of people on my mute list. We're just talking about AJ. So each one of these black names, he said it in the comments on this post, each one of these names is a different copy trading account, meaning that he was copy trading over
you're talking about this
6 different accounts.
Sure.
So that means he was using 30 accounts, but then he posted another one. Every single one of these black names, they're all redacted, but this is probably upwards of 100 accounts, 120 accounts if he's using 5 per. Because I would say there's definitely over 20 names, 25 names here. Anyway, it's very difficult. He made a sub tweet on this post I made last night going for the record on that Lucid Live payout that only 0.015% of traders that work at Lucid or work with Lucid will meet the parameters for getting this ban.
Jeez.
So I don't remember where the post was, but it worked out to be, it might have been in this one. Oh, right here. Worked out to be 15 people per day break that rule. And that's also with those people copy trading. So it's likely 1 to 2 people a day that are breaking that rule. So this isn't something, and this guy's also, I know I have him muted on here. I've had him muted for a while, but this guy's also been banned from TopStep for the same exact thing. So if it was just Lucid, maybe it'd be hearsay, but he got banned from TopStep for the same exact right here. TopStep has now permanently banned my accounts over a hedging accusation. So same exact rule, same exact rule break. But anyway, that was a little tangent off of me going for that payout record. 24,000 is the current record. I'm going to try to beat that. Hopefully. I think I saw you comment on that yesterday, James, or another one like that.
No, I never commented on that, but I was laughing at it. I did see it.
Maybe it was Pine Tree that I saw.
How's your week been so far, Zink? Your side?
I haven't taken any trades this week. I've scratched that. Sorry, I took one trade on maybe Sunday night. It's been pretty rough though. Did you see the price action yesterday afternoon? It was gross.
Yeah, it was atrocious. Yeah, I actually got a long on the Dow and then a short Nasdaq yesterday. So those are my trades. And then I took those 2 longs on the Nasdaq on Streamy on Monday. So those are my trades.
That one on Monday.
Yeah.
Monday, actually, maybe I had one. No, I didn't have anything on Monday. Sorry, I did. I traded the IB on Monday. Ended up losing. It was like 398.
Yeah.
But the afternoon price action has been miserable. It's been terrible.
Yeah, it's so slow. Yeah.
I think it's the contractor rollover that's the culprit. But should be fine. I didn't take any trades on the IB yesterday. Oh, sorry, I just missed your message. Yeah, I was starting the stream. What was it? Giveaway format?
Massive sell-off here, pre-market.
Yeah, Iran's southern oil field got struck. All right, so our previous day's range is right here for New York. We have an outside day stat right now, so I'm going to be looking for price at least to pull up to 602 into open. Given that this is a news move as well, we probably will retrace half of it. I don't think we'll stay down here off of that post. So we'll probably retrace up to like 672 on SPY. I'm not sure what that equates to on. Actually, I'll go look right now. It's probably like 2526. 25,026. Oh shit, was I supposed to do something else?
Oh, what's up, Casey? Andre is going to be on a little bit later today. He drew me.
Okay. I didn't share the stream on Kick, so you can get your YouTube in.
Yeah.
Very good. I messed something up.
I can take off my Twitter if you want. Just have it on my YouTube.
No, I think you're all set there. Choose a stream. Okay. Match text. Okay. Edgeful. Display drawing tool. Okay. Match text. Is it just edgeful? Yep. Start collecting comments.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
Working.
Yep. Okay. I'll have to change my screen. Let me go look at that real quick. Hold on. How do I change my window here? Stop screen. Share. Window. Chrome tab. Giveaway tool. Okay, so this is what I have it looking like.
Okay.
So we are all set to go with that. Make sure you guys are commenting edgeful, because this is automatically drawing anyone from the entire stream. Then I'll go over and share my other tab now. Should be all set. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, that's real time too. Nice. Beautiful.
Okay, all working.
Just have to do it once too, everyone. Just once. Doesn't have to be multiple. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised in myself. I was able to not get into a trade yesterday in the afternoon as well, or take the GlobeEx IB from last night. Also, we're pretty much right about at yesterday's low. We're definitely going to go and just sweep 601.92
from the New York session.
Yep. Spy's a lot more to go, but I imagine we'll probably reverse this news move anyway. Go over and
I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce back up. I agree with that.
Outside day stat as well. Looking for a gap fill to open as it lines up in London 50. We could have a gap fill. Yeah, we're only down 0.3%. SPY is down a little bit more, so we can go and look at gap fill by size. Should be a 70% chance that we get a gap fill to the upside. $67 entries is nice. Beautiful. Socks hat there, James. Yeah, he's got the wrong socks hat on, though. Is that White Sox?
It was the White Sox, yeah.
Ruffed in it. Collects it from every entry. Doesn't need to just be on.
You only have to do it once, yeah.
Doesn't need to be on the edgeful one. Can be on any of the streams. Boom, roasted. Yeah, it's been a shaky week. IB's been a little rough for the past 2 weeks. GlobeEx been doing fine, though. Oh, there's Andre. What's going on?
Oh.
Already took the outside day stat. Now SPY is going to go and do the same thing. Q's just spiked right up and open.
How's my audio? And how's the local recording? Good and good?
Good and good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on.
Well,
nice.
Okay, good. All right.
All right, outside day gets swept already. Good.
No, I was gonna say is they're asking about my cap. I said I'll go get out my Yankees cap too. I'm not a baseball fan. I just wear the cap.
You go burn that one.
I watch football.
You go burn that hat.
Yeah. Well, speaking on baseball, you guys lost yesterday to Venezuela. Maybe you should give them back their oil as well.
Easy now. We beat the Dominican. That's all that matters. That was a wonderful game to watch, too. U.S. Dominican. Last night wasn't too good.
There's a comment here.
Yeah.
Doggopedia Shorts. Did someone say put edgeful in the chat? What is going on? If you look at the bottom left of the screen right now, you'll see it says comment edgeful to enter the giveaway. So pretty much every Wednesday we do a giveaway. 5 people are going to win a free month of edgeful. So if you comment edgeful, and just so I'm clear, it's exclusively on the edgeful YouTube, right?
No, it's on all of them now.
Okay, great. So if you're watching on YouTube, not if you're watching on any other platform, if you comment edgeful, you'll get entered to win that free month.
I believe it's actually through all of them because it's done through StreamYard. So wherever they're tuning
Even better. Okay, so if you're watching on Twitter, you're watching wherever else, you can stay. We've just been switching the provider of the platform. So if you're watching on X, you can stay there too.
Just type it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time entering more does not give you more entries, just to be clear.
All right, we have a 73% chance of going up to 669 as well.
Yeah, I just confirmed, by the way, it's all platforms. So whether you're watching on Twitter or anywhere else, it is all platforms. So you don't have to switch from YouTube to anywhere else.
It will work on your Samsung fridge as long as you come.
It will work on your Samsung fridge.
You'd be proud of me yesterday, Andre. I managed to type the right thing again.
Awesome.
So with that, with NQ indicating a breakout and ES indicating a breakdown, we've had 0 out of 7 instances, 0% chance over the past 6 months that price will correctly break on both assets.
Yeah, well, today's FOMC.
Yeah.
So
we almost had it on Qs yesterday. We almost took the IB high out. 605.86 was very close. And then it said no. And then it did absolutely nothing into the afternoon.
Yeah.
What
do we think is going to happen today? You think Powell's going to ruin the market or what?
I think we should hopefully retrace. One, we have this news move that should get retraced. And then I'm just praying that we get outside of this daily range.
To the upside or the downside?
Either way, man. I'd get out of it. I don't care which way we break. It'd be nice if it went up because everyone likes when price goes up.
Yeah.
But I just want out of it. It's been miserable.
Yeah, so today, 98.9% chance of a hold according to the CME group, the Fed Watch tool.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see what Powell says, but we'll see.
There's our London 50 on there as well. It's lined up perfectly with previous day's 50. So it would be a nice gap fill if we got up there. But I was in disbelief with how yesterday traded in the afternoon. I kept checking my phone while I was out, and it was 6:03 on Qs every single time I looked.
Do you guys normally trade FOMC days?
I view it the same as pre-NFP, so I'd prefer not to trade it.
Yeah.
I'll still monitor it, but most of the time it does what the Thursday before NFP does to me, and it just chops me to bits.
Yeah. I'm curious how today plays out, because I don't think I've seen, I mean, granted, this is like from memory, but I don't think I've seen a overnight or a pre-market FOMC like this.
No. If we have, it's been a long while.
Yeah.
ICT, Papas. I risk about $200 per trade on the Lucid accounts. I don't have them right now as they're transitioning to live, but the 50Ks I've been trying to risk about 400 per trade, and the 25Ks I risk 200. 160 to 200. There is a pretty interesting stat that I've used. I got it from John Marketsleuth on X about 2 years ago. The close that we have for today after FOMC has an 87% chance of getting reversed the following day. So for our open tomorrow, whatever direction we close today, if it's bullish or bearish, we have an 87% chance of going and taking out that move that we had.
Interesting. Maybe we should make a report on that.
Yeah, I'll try to. I'll find it for you. Find it and bring up the tweet that he had. John Marketsleuth. I wouldn't. 605 would be a pretty good target for today too if we do have continued bullish movement, because we have our opening week range that's set. Monday's low. Actually, never mind. We already took out the low from Monday.
We're really pushing here on NQ.
We're going for the gap fill.
Yeah, outside days just played out.
Yep.
And
Market sleuth.
All the bias into what's in play is long.
NVDA also bouncing off the lows there.
I'm gonna disconnect.
All right.
I'm gonna disconnect Twitch and connect my Twitter.
Trying to find it on here. I think he calls it the FOMC flip. Can't find the stats to it on here, but this is the concept of the trade. So whatever direction we had to close for FOMC, which this one was bullish from December 11th, he inverses it into the following open. But I vividly remember he put 83 or 87% one of those two stats on here. There you go, 80% of the time. How the market closes on an FOMC announcement day, the S&P will do the opposite the next trading day 80% of the time.
Wow.
This was October 28th, 2025. All the way back in 2024 is when.
Oh, that guy follows me on Twitter.
Market Sleuth. He used to have like 12,000 followers, up to 70,000 now.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, he's posted.
Let me just pull up my screen one sec.
Yep.
Just want to show you guys. So the outside days, by the way, guys, I updated the ultimate reversal setup indicator. So before, what I used to do was actually just like measure the gaps manually. And I thought that was like getting annoying. So I just added this, and you can customize, obviously, as always, all of the different factors in here, like whatever you want to appear. But today on NQ, the gap size is this, the midnight open distance is this. And then here we have like distance to certain levels. So previous day's low, gap fill, previous day's high, midnight open, all here. You also get the previous day's range. You don't have to have all these on here. You can just turn the ones you don't care about off. But what I wanted to show was that today was a bearish outside day. And if we look at on NQ, if you look at the what's in play, and you use the most popular ES NQ template, which I highly recommend, it preloads everything for you. But you can see that if you look at ES right now, the outside days by weekday, there's only been a couple times where prices opened on Wednesday below Tuesday's low. And every single time that's happened on the ES, price has come up to touch this red line right here. So this would be your like quote unquote A+ target. If you are long bias, which obviously in this case, based on what's the bias bar at the top is showing, you definitely want to be long bias here, targeting this area right here, this red line, and this red line, as a reminder, is previous day's low, which would kind of fulfill this stat here now. It already happened on NQ. If you go to the completed section, you're going to see NQ, bearish outside day, already happened. Why is that? Because price touched this red line on NQ. So I just wanted to highlight that. You can pull back up your screen, Zinc. If anyone has any questions about the what's in play or about the setups, or the targets or whatever else, let me know.
That was the first stat that I looked at into open.
Yeah.
Q's was like 20 cents away, but SPY, this one's making a good run for it too.
Hold on one second.
Pretty bullish across the board right now too.
Yeah.
Hindsight seemed like a pretty simple long with that news drop. Gap fill, we also have a 70% chance for both SPY and Qs. 70% on the dot.
Looks like we're about to hit it. We're currently 26 points away on NQ. On NQ.
Yep.
We're 15 points away on ES from the gap fill. I'm using the indicator to see that. The indicator is included, by the way, for anyone with an edgeful plan. So you already have it. If you go to your indicators, you'll have it there. Honestly, I didn't really have an intention of building this out the way that I did, but I noticed that every single time we're on stream, I'm trying to like measure things and seeing like how far is it away from previous day's high, from previous day's low, from gap fill. And I was like, you know what? We should just build this out so it's easier for people.
Getting tired of this.
Yeah. I'm not like you, Zinc. I know you like to plot everything manually. I'm not a fan of that.
No, I just worry one day in 5 years I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to forget how to. Pretty uneventful open for Qs. This is the smallest opening 15-minute we've had all week. Even with how choppy this week's been too, but even for all of last week. These rollover weeks are tough. I went back and looked at the last one that we had on gold last month and then the month before, again on Qs, and the volume for GlobeEx lined up perfectly with what we're looking at now.
Yeah.
So everyone knows today is the last day that you can trade the M6, H6 contracts. It will be a mandatory rollover to M6 after hours today into tomorrow's open. So we should get through this price action and should be done with it.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I just put a link to a quick kind of teaser for what we just released yesterday. It's the algo analyzer. If you guys have questions, just let me know in the chat, but I just sent you a link. There's a pretty decent amount of information on there in the actual tweet itself, but I just wanted to highlight that.
2 back-to-back days that Tesla opening inversion worked really well. Yesterday was a big one.
What was that? What's the opening inversion?
If the opening 5-minute opens red, then you go long right off that candle. If it opens green, then you wait for the second candle to close and inverse that. So for today, and your stop loss is whatever the wick low or high is. So for today, you entered right at 398. Your stop would have been 398.08. And the long was a $4 push to the upside. Yesterday was about $6.
Wow.
And then this one somewhat worked. You had a $2 drop on Monday. Opening candle green, second one green, so you go short. You would have been quick on this. And then this one would have failed on Friday. But the good thing is your stop is like 50 cents to $1. And then your reward is...
Would you trade the options or the shares on that?
I would do options on this.
Yeah.
Futures, they're coming out with future stocks.
Yeah,
I know that's going to be kind of awesome. I'm not going to lie.
That is going to be sick. Yeah.
This was also a really big one on Thursday last week. Opening green, short the second candle, and then this stop would have been 406. TP would have really been whatever, but this dropped $9 from that high.
I have a crazy question.
Go for it.
What do you guys think about longs here?
I like it.
I like them up to 669.77 on SPY, or really all the way up to the gap fill on SPY.
Yeah, I'm kind of
even Wine's pushing here.
What a candle.
Almost at that outside day stat.
Yeah, what a candle, that one.
I had someone comment this yesterday. Remember when a 10-point range was big on ES 2 years ago?
Yeah. Oh my God. Dude. It's the same thing. Well, also one other thing is that when people say, can you make the edgeful stats in points? No.
It changes. Yeah.
That's exactly why we can't. Because 3 or 4 years ago, 10 points or like 50 points on NQ was like very different than 50 points now. Like 50 points now, this last 1 minute candle was 50 points.
Yep. And 3 years from now, it'll probably be 200 points.
Yeah.
I get this question every single day, or more so of a debate, but I always ask why I look at 6 months as opposed to looking at 2 years or 5 years for back testing or the data.
Dude, it's...
Hedge funds probably changed their... Go ahead, Andre.
No, go ahead. Finish. Go.
Hedge funds probably changed the algorithm or their trade model. If anyone's ever watched... what's the name of that show? It's on HBO.
Billions.
Yeah. If anyone's ever watched that, the interns for the entire first season, they're just building trading models that they expect to work on the market. And those are updated probably every 2 weeks to at the very most 3 months, every quarter.
Yeah.
Along with that, we're also as of December 21st of last year, we're in quantitative easing now. So this is 3 months of a completely new cycle to the market. I don't want to know what the market did 2 years ago when almost nothing is in correlation with what the market was doing 2 years ago.
So, yeah, I agree with that. My cousin works for a fund in one of the islands, and he has guys like quants that sell them like trading like algos basically, and they use them for like 1 or 2 years. The quant gets paid out a percentage of the hedge fund's profits, and then it doesn't work for the next year. They have to change it. They have to go and buy new ones. Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't think that show you were talking about is called Billions. I think Billions is a different
Industry.
show. Yes.
Yeah. Industry. Okay. I was taking a guess.
No, because I've seen clips from that show. I haven't watched it, but
yeah.
I watched the first season so far, and the entire first season, they're all interns, and they're working until like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, building trading models to work for the hedge fund. But these funds, and anytime I kind of laugh when I see this, when I post something about the IB on X or YouTube, and people say, "Oh, I backtested it for the past 5 years, and it's a losing strategy." First off, there's other things that we add into it, like the inside bar stat or outside days. Perfect example for today.
Yeah.
Bullish bias with the outside day stat, reversal stats. You have your opening week range. There's other stats that I add to the IB. But on that same note, it's not like the IB is going to work the exact way that I've tried trading it for the past 6 months, for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Or 10 years or 7 years, however long people backtest it for. I had one guy that backtested it for 7 and said that had like a 21% win rate.
You can't do that. Like, I don't even understand how people think that makes sense, honestly.
No. But I think even, and great point with what James just said, 2 years is even too much.
It's way too much. It's way too much.
IB definitely has a discretionary element to it. Well, I mean, may not even be the discretion that goes with the IB. It's just adding your own intuition day after day. This isn't going to be a brain dead strategy. The market in general, you're not going to come. That's why 97% of the people that try it fail. But you're not going to be able to come and be like, okay, this is the simplest strategy I've ever used. It's going to win 70% of the time, every time, without any other outside thought. If only that were the case.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. We got volume picking up here a little bit.
I want to get through this week. It's the least amount of trades I've taken in weeks, months. On the outside day is the stat that price trades back into previous day's range so the percentage price trades back into previous day's range. I don't believe it's a percentage measure. The outside day stat itself is just saying that when price opens outside of previous day's New York range, it will come back and hit previous day's low or previous day's high. For today's example, it's the high.
That's exactly right. No, it's the low. It will come up
the low for today.
Yeah. It'll come back into yesterday's range is what it's saying. It'll come back into yesterday's range. That's what it's saying.
Ash back tested it, but couldn't quite nail it down to that. Yeah, he also didn't include when he was back testing it, and I had this call with him last Friday. If you guys tuned into that stream, when he was back testing it, he didn't even incorporate SPY and Qs lining up. Like yesterday, if you were just looking at Qs, it would have been a loss. You also need to make sure that you're looking at SPY and seeing what SPY is doing. SPY indicated a low break, Qs indicated a high break, and then with edgeful AI, it's a 0% chance over the past 6 months that those will both play out.
Yep.
So there's other things that you add into the IB. It's not just looking at one chart. They need to line up with at least either Qs or YM.
Yeah.
Let's see what our
Locking
implied
along on
move for
YM.
today is.
What's up, James?
I'm locking along on YM or the NASDAQ. I'm just waiting. You lock the longs as well, Andre? Your side.
Yeah, I do. I just don't want to be like if the rest of the day is going to look like this, like I don't really want to be involved, honestly. But I do think that the structure here makes sense, and also that the moves up to that outside day, the previous day's low, gap fill. Like I would not be surprised if that happens.
Yeah. Our implied move for today is 0.8% in the close, and that's on SPY.
You're looking at the options?
Yep. We have a 0.8% implied move for today and then a 1.4 to end the week. So we're either going down to down another $4 or up another $4 from where we are right now.
Yeah.
Yes, Jacob. The outside day stat is New York's range, previous New York's range. It is not including pre-market. The low is not 665.71. The low from yesterday is 669.72.
That's why you have to use the market sessions indicator on edgeful or the ultimate reversal setup indicator. So it just plots all the levels for you. You don't have to worry about figuring it out yourself.
Also, based on what Artila just said, or Atala, sorry. This 25,000 psych level, we need to get away from it. I'm sick of it. That's part of the reason the IB was so terrible last night. We were wicking off of 25,000 by like 2 to 4 points, and then Asia Open, we spiked up 40 out of nowhere. What's your take on a set stop loss value for the day? I trade it a little bit differently. I don't have a set daily loss limit. I stop after I have 2 losses for the day. And I also don't aim for a certain profit per day. I think that drives you to tilt if you get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed. I think that's literally impossible. You're not going to make the same amount every single day.
Well, that's part of the reason prop firms make so much, because they drive people to think that they need to be 500 a day for 5 days to get that payout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this so far. It's not really giving me too much confidence. I still think obviously that the price will touch the previous day's low on ES, but I'm just not super confident in the way that this is happening, especially that NQ is kind of looking weaker structurally, specific to the New York session, in my opinion, right now. Overall, if you consider the overnight, it seems to be stronger because it's like closer within yesterday's range, but I'm not too big of a fan of this right now, just because of the way that these candles are kind of forming.
Yep. This has happened 2 times I've noticed this week, but anytime price has barely missed taking one of those super significant levels, like SPY missed that outside day stat by maybe 4 cents.
Yep.
Usually goes and continues a reversal. So we might miss that stat today, even though it's telling us it's likely to happen.
The frequency is also really small too. So keep in mind that I think it was like 3 or 4 days in the last 6 months, because the reason, the complicated piece of looking at the frequency and trying to consider how that will look is that you're filtering for a specific weekday, and then also only on that weekday, how often has price opened below the prior day's low? Like it could have opened above the prior day's high a bunch of times, but not below the prior day's low. So there's this balance of like having enough data. Like, do I think 2 or 3 instances is enough? Like, of course, no. But if you're looking at the last 6 months and like that's actually how many times it's happened, then like what else do we have to work with? Like there's not that much to work with then. So that's the important thing.
I got stopped on this one on Monday.
By the way, we have data in 1 minute. It might not be high impact, but I know that we do have something in 1 minute. We have factory orders.
Okay. It'll probably pop us up to that low then.
Yeah.
I got stopped on this on Monday for GlobeEx, but it missed the TP by 2 points. And then
you didn't take it early.
Stopped me out by 1 point. I haven't been taking them early for GlobeEx. I've been trying to let them run to full TP, but
yeah.
On that same note too, this was only 16 points, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't very much that I was going to take if I took it off early. But I have noticed recently that if the IB gets a couple cents away from breaking it, either takes another hour or so to break it, or it will just invalidate the IB. We had one.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Not that. Pretty close there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I do remember it was the Friday we had NFP last month, so should have left a line drawn out right here. So this one missed the IB high by, I did secure early on this because of the size of the range. This one missed the IB high by maybe 10 cents, and then it took another 3 hours to break it.
Were you holding the whole time?
No, I secured early, and then I re-entered at like 12 noon, but that other trade I did hold for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Look at this comment. Hard to survive through this cycle. TBH, but thanks to edgeful and using pure data helped me stay green and break even at worst. Beautiful.
Missed it again.
Yeah, this is not looking fantastic. I was actually thinking that on that pop-up, NQ looked good. But that that big reversal candle is not ideal.
It could be that NQ doesn't have the draw to the upside, so it's not helping SPY get up there. I feel like if they were both going for the outside day stat, Q's already took it, but
yeah,
add a little bit.
Took it.
Yes, if you can get through this cycle.
Yeah, that's huge.
This has been the most difficult market I've watched for the past 6 years of trading. Granted, I'm not that experienced with trading, but compared to what's his name, Steven, I don't remember his last name. He does the streams for 8 o'clock Asia session with my funded futures, but he's been trading for like 40 odd years, and he says that every 6 to 10 years you have something like this where it's miserable to trade the ranges.
Yeah, Nasdaq's been stuck in like 1,000-point range for the last month.
Yeah, and it's
I'm gonna get another coffee 1 sec.
I don't think it's had 3 bullish days in a row in quite some time.
No,
dude.
You have 2 up days, three down days, 2 up days, 2 down days. That range, so it's 1,000 points since September of last year. It's all the way down to 400 points since February 5th. So almost a month and a half now that we've been within 400 points on NQ. Do you ever use yesterday's New York midpoint as a draw in situations like this? I do use previous day's 50, but more so for a bias. So if we're trading under previous day's 50, we're bearish. If we're trading over it, we're bullish. That's another reason I was lined up for longs yesterday, and then it just kind of whacked me. Pipti, so what you're saying, since I started trading in December and getting payouts, that when the cycle is over, I'll be a trading guru. You say it as a joke, but honestly, yes. If you're doing well in this market, when we get into a directional market, where all you have to do is wake up and go long or wake up and go short, you're going to be 10 times better off. New IB low made on SPY. Almost. Missed it by 3 cents there. No way this comes all the way back up.
Jeez. Yeah, wick on YM as well.
No way this comes all the way back up. I mean, it's only 70 cents, but not even 10 points.
Wow.
I had a talk with someone yesterday that used to trade at a one-on-one with them. They used to trade back in 1990, which not entirely sure how you go about trading futures back then. But he said it used to be a 3 to 5 point range on SPY, and like a 20-point range was big on NQ. So he's way back here. And this is when Q's was trading. Where were we? At about $80 a share, and then it came all the way down to 39.
Yep.
Welcome back. This is very wiki today. We barely just missed a new IB low, which, yeah, Waldo, if you caught that drop pre-market, you should be done for the day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially on an FOMC day, we can also see on the reports the data with edgeful. Most of the volume comes the next day. So you're better off probably waiting. Look at this, bro. Right back up on NQ off the lows. Opening range low. We literally
Yeah, barely missed a new IB low on SPY. This PA, Bobby, is essentially the same as trading the Thursday before an FP, which I do not touch. You don't usually have any the big money guys coming in until after FOMC is printed. They usually trade power hour today. And then also, this week has been kind of hellish with the data points we have lining up. We have FOMC today, but we also have that contract rollover that expires today.
Mm.
And then on top of that, you also have to worry about what news comes from Iran.
Yeah, that's true.
And whether Andre's got 3 buttons done or 4.
Yeah, or a t-shirt today. Dude, I was thinking about one of the comments like the other day was someone had, or maybe last week, someone was like, if price touches the IB low, Andre's losing another button.
Let me get his name real quick for you. He streams A's a session, and he's got, you guys have definitely seen him before. He has 1,000,001 monitors behind him, and he has 2 people that work for him on the stream as well. They trade with him. My funded TV. His first name's Steven, but his last name I can't remember off the top of my head.
NVDA new half day. Sorry, Zink. NVDA new half day.
Okay, where is he here?
You're watching the stocks as well there, Andre.
Yeah, always.
I can't believe we just wicked up. Thank God we didn't take a new low. His Q's wasn't even close to taking a new low. Stephen Collagen. He says kaboosh when the price of anything drops significantly. But he's been trading for 40-something years.
On
and
Twitter.
Twitter or YouTube. I'll look him up on my screen right now, actually. Steven. There you go. This guy, he's been on wall. This is what he streams with behind him. So this is what his monitor setup is.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I know it's blurry.
Dude, no shot.
Yeah, he trades like 2 to 4 point moves on gold with massive size. But anyway, he was talking about this 2 nights ago. He said that all started with him talking about what you need to trade silver, because people were complaining in the stream. They're like, oh man, I want to. He goes on with PW. That's cool. People are like, oh, I want to trade silver, but I'm restricted on my prop firm. I'm restricted on this. For one silver contract right now, it's $180,000 is what you need in margin.
That's insane.
And that's from the CME too. That's not from. It's not like prop firms are increasing the limit so you can't trade it.
Yeah,
you can't even trade 2 micros on most prop accounts because of that requirement.
180,000 just sitting in your brokerage account
to trade 1 silver contract.
Wow.
What's the point value on the when you like per point?
On silver, I think it's $5,000 per point.
Oh my god.
For 1 SI, so every dollar move, every 20 cents is $1,000. So yeah, 5,000 per point.
Oh my god.
But yeah, 180,000 to trade 1 contract. So he started the stream off with that, and then everyone was like, well, why is it like this? We have the volatility at highs right now, and the market has been one day you're up, and what you just said, James, we haven't had 3 bullish days in a row for who knows how long.
Yep.
We're usually out of this range the beginning of February, at the very latest, like the 2nd week of February. We've been in the same range since September. So once we break out of this, the more you consolidate, the larger your implied move is going to be. I figured you'd like his monitor setup. Imagine if he added Claude to that.
Dude, I can't stand all this like Claude bot garbage on Twitter. I can't stand it. I'm like, dude, literally nobody has built anything that's actually useful or that functions properly. Like you can't, I mean, you can do it. Like, I'm not going to say you cannot build an app using like exclusively AI. Like you absolutely can, but I don't know. I'm just like, dude, you gotta stop.
Guys, quick question. Let's say ES closes above the IB25. What report should I use for the probability of ES pulling back to the IB75? I think there's only one for the midpoint, correct?
Can you repeat that?
He said, let's say ES closes above the IB25. What report should I use to know the probability of ES pulling back all the way to IB75?
Yeah, you can't. So we've tried to build a report for this, and it's not impossible to do it, but it's very complicated. Let me just pull up my screen 1 sec.
Oh, you do that. Linux, it looks like SPY is about to go and take a new low. So far, the high has formed 2nd, so we're targeting the high. SPY and Qs are wishy-washy right now, though.
Yeah, YM's taking its opening range, though, not.
Thank you, Rolo.
All right.
We only have NVDA and TSLA green on the day at the moment too, I think.
Oh, don't worry.
Everything else
Tesla
down.
will come crashing back down, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, it's actually rotating off its highs right now.
So here we have the IB closing between the 50 and the 25.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is in this case, where was the, let me reread this question. Let's say price closes above the IB 25. I have it here.
What was that button I just had? Oh, that's cool.
What's up?
I didn't know there was a button to show the comments on the bottom right.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Show comments on stage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not very clear.
So the difficult piece about doing this, and I mean, maybe we could do it. We could do it. But pretty much the way that we have it right now, the way that we have the IB by rejection, you have this IB ending zone. It's a customization, and pretty much it filters days where the IB closes. Let me just do this one sec. Either above the midpoint or below the midpoint. Today, or whatever, this day, it obviously ended above the midpoint right over here, right? So this day would fall into the category of above midpoint of the IB. This filter allows you to filter only days that closed above the midpoint of the IB. So I'm curious how you guys would want to see. What I mean is if the IB is completed at 10:30 and price closes. What is the chance of retracing? Let me screenshot this. So pretty much now, what we've done is I've filtered for all the days that only, I'm going to look into it, just so you know, I'm going to look into this. But what I'm doing now is I'm filtering only for the days where the IB closed at 10:30 above the midpoint. And you can see for all the times that the low formed first, 77% of the time, the first break was to the high. This is actually doesn't really hold as well, where for all the days that closed above the midpoint, but the high was formed first, the high is actually more likely to break here, which is not the typical thing. So the high formed first, high breaks first. That's not going to be very typical. So I'm going to look into it to be able to break it down, make it like a little bit more niche on where it closes. But yeah, Zink, I'll pull up your screen again here.
This is the smallest range we've had on the IB since I've traded it for New York.
On NQ?
Yeah, it's a 50-point move from the midpoint. This is what I would usually trade during GlobeEx.
Yeah, I mean, it's FOMC today. Like,
my algo took the short, but I don't know if I like it. But hey, just gotta let it do its thing.
I actually do like it at this point, dude. Like,
yeah.
ES failed to take this previous day's low. I mean, whatever, call it like twice or three times. And then now new low of day on ES and NQ. I feel like that short is honestly like not terrible, especially targeting that GlobeEx low that was made at 9.
You got them all excited talking about shorts again.
Yeah. Dude, I love taking shorts. It's awesome. And it's not, I have the data to back my logic. I'm not just making it up. Shorts move faster. They move with more continuation. I have the data to back it.
So I'm going to pull it up on NQ for you. Okay. You wanted to know how many times, I'm going to do it over the past 2 years. How many times is the IB, I'm going to just add it by the IB of our rejection. I'll analyze it this way, but he wants to know how many times it's lost 5 days in a row. So,
oh, dude, no, I mean, that's probably nothing.
How many times has the initial balance, I can't abbreviate it, balance by rejection, lost 5 days in a row?
Let's see what it thinks lost means.
Shoot.
Yeah, because you don't know, they won't know where your stop is. Right?
Going against.
You can say
yeah,
I mean, this is the complicated part about like having an AI, because people use abbreviations. They just like make assumptions about like what certain things mean or what the naming conventions are or whatever else.
I suck with AI.
That's okay.
I need to get a Claude bot for an assistant, and then he can ask all the questions for me. I'll rewrite it through the Claude bot.
Perfect.
It'll be my interpreter for AI. While this is thinking,
Yeah.
I will be looking for an entry. I'm going to do 3 micros on MNQ today. Maybe 2. It's $200 risk, not 110. 2.
I mean, the shorts don't look crazy. Like, they don't look terrible right now.
Nah, I just don't want to go too early.
Yeah.
ES actually, surprisingly, has a larger range, larger risk on ES, which is not supposed to happen. So if I did 2 MES, I'd be risking more than if I did 2 MNQ. If high form first, low is more likely to get taken. That's what edgeful stat says. There we go. Okay.
So I see a comment here. It says the low formed first. If you, and it's going to be final in 11 minutes. But you do have, let me pull up my screen 1 sec.
I have the stats for that question.
Yeah, just give me 1 second so I can show this.
Go for it.
So in the IB indicator that's available to all edgeful users, you're going to see right here the formed first. So the IB is still forming. In the next 11 minutes, this will like load in. It'll also do the same thing here in the what's in play. So if you don't use TradingView, that's fine. You can just go to the what's in play. But the formed first way to look at it, and both ES and NQ currently the high is formed first. Why? Because when you look from left to right, the high is made before the low of the IB. So the high of the IB was made at 946. The low currently is made at 1015. Same thing for ES. This is why we have the indicator with the high or low formed first thing. That's why we have it in the what's in play. The high on ES was formed at 946. The low was formed at 1015. Same thing. That means that the high was formed first. Typically, with the current stats, you want to expect a continuation of the downside. Let me pull up your screen again.
Very good. So I'm going to be looking for an entry. It should line up with previous day's low, which may add another confluence in there as well. But the worst month, so the most consecutive losses was 2 days in a row, December 12th and December 13th of last year. No five consecutive loss streak over the past 2 years. The worst month, October 2024, 5 rejections, but spread across the month, never on back-to-back trading days for 5 in a row.
Yeah, I would highly doubt that.
December 2024, December 12th and 13th are consecutive, but the streak stops there. There are no instances in the 515-day data set where the IBR rejection, breakout that closed red, or breakdown that closed green occurred 5 consecutive days in a row.
There you go.
So over the past 515 days, there's been 39 or 7.6% of the time. The largest consecutive rejection streak was 2 days, December 12th to 13th.
What do you guys think about these shorts?
I'm liking it. I want it to come up a little bit more if it can.
Yeah, I'm interested as well.
I'm going to get in shorts and then kaboosh. Trump says the war with Iran's over. We go up 400 points.
Yep. Are you looking for the IB, the 25 IB zinc?
Gonna look for the 50. SPY is a lot closer to it, so I might take 3 micros on that. We'll see. We still have 8 minutes here.
Yeah.
This alone, this little back test right here, this should validate or invalidate any of those back tests that you guys have seen online where people are trying to say it's a 20 to 30% win rate. And it has the chart over here as well. These are all instances where it failed by the IB rejection.
Yeah, we're also improving that chart, by the way, so you can like sort and filter it just like right in there too. If you like, for anyone who's interested in looking themselves, like just like kind of playing around, we're going to be improving that table on the right.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people were asking for that. So
pretty cool here too. Suggested follow-up analysis.
Dude, on every single question, all you have to do, you can ideally you just copy paste it and you just write yes at the end of the question.
Mm-hmm.
But on every question you ask, there's a follow-up question that comes. So you never get stuck of like, what do I ask? Right there, you can always just copy paste it, write yes. Technically, you could also just reply yes, but it's better to copy paste the question.
If we wanted to, we could further analyze this and find out why those days lost. like what other stats we could look for, maybe inside bars, outside days, or just take it for as it is and know that it happens 7.6% of the time. You're going to get a losing streak like that. All right, creep up a little bit more for me so I can get short. Please.
Screen is still a little bit mixed as well, that Italian flag.
That's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Italy.
Where's that?
Webby, you're up massive today. $13 per account. I'd honestly take it. It's better than a red day. Those IB reports factor entering at 50% retracement. That's just for the raw IB. That doesn't calculate the entries. Just saying if the IB high form first, you're targeting the IB low. That's your IB by rejection stat.
Yeah.
The entry criteria is the harder part. So on any given day, even if you want to go to 5 years, which I wouldn't, but any given day, it's about a 75 to 78% chance that you get the correct IB by rejection breakout. The difficulty with it is some days you'll close right at the IB low at 10:30 and it will break the IB low at 10:30 in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So there are days that aren't going to have entries. There are days that are going to have really good entries. There are days that are just going to outright lose, like yesterday where you don't have them line up, or Monday even. I say this every chance I get as well, but keep in mind that trading is a 2% success rate across the board. 98% of people that come into trading trying to be profitable will fail. They will not be profitable.
You know what I think about when people say that? When that stat comes up?
What's that?
That applies to like anything.
It was about, that's what I just said. It's for everything.
James, your algo is probably
my algo is cooking. It hasn't.
The machine knows.
That literally applies to anything where the success rate is so low. And wow, we are getting a move down here.
Yeah, Jesus is dumping.
Stop.
How about those shorts, huh?
It was really good.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't interfere with my algo and let it do its thing, right?
So relating to the success rate, like that literally applies to anything. Whether you want to learn how to play an instrument, whether you want to like learn a language, whether you want to learn how to code, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to like do literally anything that's like meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
People are just like so unbelievably lazy. And I genuinely think that that's like the reason that most people like don't have success in what they want to do is because they just don't want to put the effort in and they just think that it should be easier than it is. And people that are successful, they've like gone through that whole process of like figuring out how like all the pain around it and they make it look easy, which makes other people think it is easy. And Jesus, is there a catalyst here? What is happening?
I agree, Andre. I can use a simple example of that too. So I was playing rugby at the same time while studying. So I think 30 of us started studying while playing rugby at the same time. I was the only one that finished my degree. There we go.
Yeah,
the amount of friends I've tried getting into trading, and I'm still the only one that I know that trades.
No breaking news on Financial Juice. What's Walter Bloomberg?
Dude, Financial Juice actually like is not helpful. Every single time we have a move like this, it's obvious. I mean, there's like something's happening, and then Financial Juice is like not helpful. Like if anyone else has news or something that we can go off of, that would be great.
Walter, my boy, what you got?
Yeah, Walter.
Iran threatens new escalations after Israel strikes gas field. That's probably it. Walter Bloomberg.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He knows his stuff. He's everywhere at once. I don't know how.
He's probably got it all automated. He has to.
You know what I bet he has?
Claude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Business owners have a lower percentage of probability of success. The barrier to entry is trading so low. Yeah, everyone can be a trader.
24-8-10 now.
I hate these days when the IB does this. because that would have been a perfect, as we were just talking there, that would have been the IB50 entry.
Yep.
But now, since it's drawn all the way down, you're probably very unlikely we get a pullback or some relief at least. But damn, that would have been a beautiful 110 points if you held it to the absolute low. Gas prices around the world. What am I reading? Gas prices now its highest price since 2020 COVID peak. It is over $4 a gallon. It was $2.80 like 3 weeks ago. And I live in Maine too. I can't imagine. Actually, we have Mark in here. What's the current gas price in San Diego, Mark? Last week you said it was like $5.13.
Dude, California gas prices are insane.
I think it's $1.40 in South Africa.
That's crazy.
I remember yours is gallons, but ours is liters, so we'll have to do the conversion.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I remember 2 weeks ago, I saw a video on TikTok of some random guy who's like, our gas station's increasing prices by 40 cents for the next 3 days in a row. Go get your gas now. I was like, no way. 3 days later, gas is up to $3.80 a gallon from $2.80.
Oh.
Exxon's up 50% the past 2 months. What the heck? Man, if only I was a trading savant and I could see this type of stuff before it happened.
Okay, so
definitely going to go and take the FT here, by the way.
$4.50 a gallon in South Africa.
Yeah, it's still more than.
Yeah,
it's more than here.
Rolo sent a picture. There was a last week. He sent this Rolo. It was like $2.50 per liter. So wherever that comes out to, was that?
Where is that?
$10. He's in Australia.
Yeah, but I think he was putting it in Aussie dollars though.
He's got to gas up his room.
Yeah.
$5.20 per liter for diesel.
Jeez.
Kareem said $2.50 per euro for a liter, which is about $11 per gallon.
Yeah, per liter. Jeez. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a rain dance here so we can get a pullback.
You see, Andrew, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but you see a South African tech company sold for, I think it was like $3 billion or $2 billion, something around there, to MasterCard. They were doing like USDT, easy transfers, international transfers using USDT. And it's sold to MasterCard for $3 billion. Crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't understand, like, why is PayPal stock literally getting absolutely demolished? Like,
I know,
beyond
because it should be, in this day and age, I use PayPal all the time.
Not only PayPal,
like
but they own Venmo.
Like, PayPal is getting destroyed.
Every single college kid uses Venmo. I knew very few people that use Cash App.
No, Cash App is trash compared to Venmo or Zelle or PayPal or whatever. Zink, are you expecting a move back to the IB50 now?
I'm praying.
All the way back up?
Probably. I'm looking for London low at it for an entry, but every time that I've entered early, I get a spanking. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to be patient to the 50. At the very least, every little bit that we move up here, I'm gonna go back down to. I was gonna do 3 micros, but 2 will do more than enough.
Yeah.
Anytime I enter early, I usually get whacked. Huge congratulations, by the way, Joey. 13K, 12K payout with that drop
Legend.
today on his IB algo.
Beautiful.
Nice.
A missed payout on one account by $13 kind of stinks. Are those accounts Tradeify? Here we go. IB50. Do your magic, please. Just suck price right back up to that level.
What accounts are you going to trade today, Zinc?
I'm on my funded futures.
Okay.
I miss my.
Do they have, are those instant accounts or evals or like what's the route there?
These are evals. I keep blowing the accounts. I've been trading like an idiot this week. I miss my Lucid ones. These ones, I will admit, the reason I think I've been trading these ones kind of crappy is because I'm making a good amount per day, but I'm getting sucked in by the idea of daily payouts, which is what they advertise on these.
Okay.
And the same thing that I did with Tradeify Select accounts, which have daily payouts on them as well. I make a good amount, and I see that I'm like 200 away from qualifying for a daily payout, and I try pushing it, and then it just sends me on tilt for a day or two. At least Dan Cook's going to get an entry on this. We hit 25% of the IB.
Yeah.
DC, baby. DC.
Oh, I did say London low, didn't I?
Yep.
Shoot. I definitely could have taken that there.
Traders fully priced 2/4 point. Yeah, traders fully priced 2/4 point ECB rate hikes in 2026.
That's a crazy P&L chart. "13 consecutive green days."
Who?
Joey Wiz with that IB algo he made.
Beautiful.
His is a little different than the edgeful one. It takes the entries a little early, I believe.
Is he trading at discretion or using the actual algo?
I think he's just trusting the algo.
Okay.
18-day win streak. He had 5 days in February as well. That's crazy. Mine wasn't. I think mine was 12 is what I peaked at. I wish they didn't take so long to get moved live on these. Mine was 9 for these, and then the 3 days before, so 12 on the evals too. And this, I'm actually pretty happy that they moved me live when they did, because the 16th and the 17th past 2 days have been a loss for the IB, both for GlobeEx and the opening IB, New York Open IB.
I think someone's asking you, what do you think of tick charts?
I have no idea what that is. I've never used it.
It's it plots a candle per tick.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So that means it's less than a second?
It's every price movement gets plotted.
No, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, some people like range bars.
No.
I'm not a big fan of them. It's like pretty hard to read. Like range bars, if price doesn't get out of a certain range, like if you have like a, call it whatever, a 4-point range as a bar, price can sit in that bar for 2 hours as long as it doesn't exceed the range. It's like very, very weird to see, but I don't know. People like it sometimes. I'm not a big fan.
Hopefully we can get an entry here. I don't think it's going to come up for us, though. Sadly. We got 23 minutes left in the stream here. Yeah, I'm going to get the I meant to say this earlier, but I was waiting for you to join, Andre. I'm going to get the payout record from Lucid while wearing my edgeful hat.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just going to go.
Did you get your hat yet?
Not yet, no.
We shipped it to you, though, right?
Yeah, I live in a very
Okay.
rural area, so it usually
All right.
takes quite
It's
a
like
while
James.
for things to get to
It
me.
takes 3 years to get him something.
Dude.
At least it makes sense for him because he lives outside the U.S. But we don't even have. I can't remember the last time I saw an actual postal van. People drive their own cars when they deliver the mail around here.
Really?
Yeah, I think ours is a Jeep.
It's kind of nice, honestly.
But my town is also right on the cusp of being a village or being a
What's the
town
difference?
population. I think a village is like 500.
So how many people do you have? Like 520?
I guess it's not that close, like 700.
So anything above 500 is a village?
Is a town. Anything below 500 is a village, and then anything below 100 is like a commune. Or
dude, how do you even know this? Where did you learn this?
I don't know. I just
What they teach them in the village.
I feel like James would know this, but
What?
for you, for you it's a little bit different.
Pine Tree Traders in the live. Yeah, Pine Tree. I used to live in that same town that he came from. That he lives in now. What's going on, Pine? The only two traders from Maine that you'll ever know, and they just happen to live 15 minutes away from each other.
That's hilarious.
How many people were in my high school graduating class? I moved from where I was. I did, believe it or not, I used to live in a city. I had 290 people in my graduating class.
That's pretty big, dude.
Tuppy Pine. This town is small. He has to keep himself occupied. Spy is about to go and take the IB low. I'm a little disappointed. I didn't get that entry at London low. I even mentioned that, but it's okay. I had someone come in here yesterday and tell me that I was overthinking for not taking the trade when SPY and Qs were mismatched. You got a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, now. Yeah, you want confluence. Like, why would you put yourself in a position where you don't have the confluence? Like, if you know that SPY and Qs are very correlated, like, why would you take it otherwise? I'm surprised, honestly, that SPY hasn't broken this low, and NQ looks like it's kind of holding up here at this like 830 level.
The IB 50 is going to suck it back up there. We'll put a magnet there.
There you go. Imagine it just.
Oh, it has to go there.
Yeah.
I hope so. That's actually pretty cool. I remember a movie when I was a kid where two stock market investors made a bet that they can pick any random person from the street and turn them into an incredible trader in just a month.
What movie was it?
I don't know.
Limitless.
And then another one from McLaughlin.
Dude, Limitless is a great movie.
That's a great movie,
dude.
It's a great TV show too.
There's a show?
Yeah, I think they had so many people that liked the movie, they extended it into a show.
I feel like the movie was like kind of great also because it was Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, when you got something that works, you just got to squeeze it for all you can. That's why they made the show.
Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. Funny enough, the guy that commented that has Eddie Murphy as his. It looks like Eddie Murphy as his profile picture.
Yeah, Limitless was good. What were you gonna say, James?
No, the other day on stream, I got called the white Eddie Murphy.
What?
I don't know why.
That's insane.
Maybe I laughed. Maybe I was cracking jokes, dude.
Samir said, if you had to take the London low for an entry, where would you put your stop? 1-to-1 if I took it there. So I would have, if I had an entry, I think London low should line up, hopefully, at 24,863. I would have had, for the sell limit right there, and then I just would have put it 1-to-1. So the sell stop would have been 9.11, just above the IB50. That's another reason that keeps me out of trades is where do I put my stop loss on those positions if I enter?
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah, like if you
like the longs we talked about earlier with the outside day stat on SPY.
Yeah.
Where do you put your stop loss? Those would have ended up losing, but where do you put your stop loss as
You
opposed
could
to
use the buy spike report. I'll pull it up just to show you what it looks like. I'll explain the buy spike report. It applies to the gap fill. It applies to the. Give me a second.
That's what he was getting into. Jip mentioned that movie, and they said, "Can you guys pick me? Do the same, please." He walked us right into that. Very good.
All right. So let's see.
Try updating your page, Sebastian. He said as what's in play shows that NQ and ES formed the low first for the IB.
Can you reach out to support because we're rolling the contracts over? And it might be a contract thing, but just reach out to support on the Edgeful app and we'll get it fixed. But give me 1 second while I just explain this quick.
Still intact for now. We didn't take the IB low quite yet. Missed it by 2 cents on SPY. We might get an entry on Qs.
So here we have a bearish outside day. Right? Here is previous day's low. I make it red. Right? Red line is the target. Now, we also have today's open. I'm going to make this green. Okay. So we have confirmed a bearish outside day because price today opens below this red line, which is the previous session's low. Now we pull up Edgeful and we go to the outside days report. And where you're going to go is the buy spike sub-report. Now, what does this do? This measures, and the video down here is going to explain in the best detail, but this measures how far away did price move before filling or before reversing into yesterday's range. So let's say hypothetically you enter right at the open. What this report says is how much expected drawdown are you going to be in before price goes and hits your target. Very important that this report only considers days where price reversed back into yesterday's range and ignores days that did not. The reason we do this is so you know the correct, like, what is it called? Maximum adverse extension or whatever it is. That's what you're thinking about here. So if you enter right at the open, what type of drawdown are you expecting before price goes back into the range? So you look at the bearish outside days right here, bearish outside day by spike. The average move against you, if you were to enter long from the open, is 68 points on NQ. So in this case here, we have 120. So on this specific day, this is a 120 point move. The average is 68 on a bearish outside day. So that means that you want to expect the average is obviously roughly close to half, right? Some of them will be smaller, some of them will be bigger. But here you can see that in the last 6 months, for every bearish outside day that reversed, the average move is going to be this. So you're going to use the buy spike to enter on the gap fill, the outside days, the ICT open, all of those. The same thing applies for bullish outside days. The spike is actually a lot less. So let's try to find a bullish outside day. Give me a second.
Do you want to show you guys as well while you're looking at that?
Yeah, pull up your screen.
The last time that this happened, the reason I'm being very cautious was the 9.8% outcome day, the Tuesday that was everything was pointing towards downside. We had the opening candle red, opening candle continuation red, gap fill to the downside. Even if you want to look at Monday too, we did the same thing 2 days in a row where it missed the IB low by exactly what SPY just did, 2 cents, and then went and took the IB high with the 300-point move up. So that's another reason why I'm being cautious, and I want to make sure I get my entry at 50% and not try to push it.
Yeah. We actually haven't been getting that many bullish outside days recently. We've been getting a lot of opening within the range, and then also you can actually see this using the opening stats report. So the opening stats report measures how often price opens above, within, or below yesterday's low. So you can see opened above yesterday's high 21% of the time, opened within yesterday's range 60% of the time, and then opened below yesterday's low only 23 out of 127 days, 18% of the time. So the way to use this also, one of the ways to use this report, the opening stats report, is if you're a swing trader and you want to hold a position into the next day. Ideally, what you want to look for is at the extremes, you can hold a position, like let's just say that price is well into low of day today, right? You want to expect price to bounce overnight and open within yesterday's range. So if you're looking at, if you're trading futures or if you're scalping GlobeEx, like the draw is back into yesterday's range for the most part, based on what we have here. Options traders, same thing. Same thing goes for options selling. You can use this report to understand where price is going to open, because that's also going to impact the outside days, the inside bars, everything else. Because obviously this is driving what reports are in play or not.
Goldwood had a really nice entry of that 50%.
Yeah.
Just about missed it. Wicked up to 447.15. We broke the IB low on, thank you, Steve. We broke the IB low on SPY. Qs is still intact. If we can come up again on Qs, I'm going to take a short, but I need a better risk reward than this. I'd be happy with 50 points too, if we can get back up to London low. It's at about 40 right now. So no trade for Zinc. The low got taken. Not on SPY. We can still take it on Qs. Qs is still intact.
Back 1 sec.
You trade the IB mono when price opens outside the previous day's high. Yeah. And then the only difference with those two players is that when price opens within previous day's high and low, you're targeting the inside bar stat. When it opens outside, you're targeting the outside day stat. What do you guys think?
We're basing out on Enki at the moment, bro.
I want to get a
what do you think we're doing to FOMC?
Probably exactly what we're doing right now. So yesterday we're just inversing.
Last week, I think we had. Remember, we missed those shorts, but then you said it was going to chop around the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think that arrow I drew couldn't have been any better.
Yeah,
that was on Thursday last week. Once the IB gets taken, you don't usually have continued price action after that. So I think, especially with us being down 0.6%, what I think could happen this afternoon, since we didn't take the outside day stat on SPY, I would not doubt having a spike, because we also didn't take the gap fill on Qs, which was a 70% stat for today. We barely missed it, but I think we could have a spike into FOMC and close up at like 603, 604, maybe even get a little bit higher. But we did also, the reason that we're struggling right now, we just took out Monday's low, which is that opening week range. So that's a level that we're bouncing off for support right now. You can see the low 599.15, which correlates over to 24.821 on Qs, NQ, sorry. So I think that we're definitely at support right now. Again, the only difficulty with going into a trade at the moment, I do want to go short on Qs. The main difficulty is where do you put your stop loss on a position like this? What position sizing do you do on evals? If you're a beginner, it should be the same across evals or fundeds. I'm in a different position than you. I have the capital that I could be a little more aggressive on funded accounts. I've also have the experience, but that's why I point everyone towards Lucid. There's a one-time payment with them, so you don't need to worry about how long it takes you to pass the eval. Getting a nice bounce.
Are you
right
trading,
now.
Zinc? Are you trading any personal cash accounts right now, or just prop firms?
Just prop firms for now. I am going to try and get those 4 Tradeovate accounts open before June.
Sure. I mean, you are going live now with Lucid, so maybe there's no real point, I guess. Yeah.
I'm looking to get a short entry here pretty soon. I guess 40 points wouldn't be too bad. Might be a little aggressive. I don't think we're even at 25% of the IB yet. Yeah, those two in. Yeah, we barely missed it. If we can get up a little bit more, 599.83. All right, while we're waiting for this, we can go ahead and do the giveaway roll.
Yeah. Just make sure that the winners, Beans just ask them to email the hello@edgeful.com with a logged in view of the YouTube profile. It has to match.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Let me remove that. Oops. Change my screen. All right, how's that look? Pretty good. All right, we'll do the draw. We'll let you guys get any last minute entries if you would like. Also, I am 40 points. I'll try that. I'll do a sell market, and I'll just have a 40-point stop on that. Buy 10 limit, and then we'll put the stop at 8.7. Buy 10 stop. All right. We'll go ahead and draw this.
Jose, just comment edgeful.
Let's see that spiking up.
In order to win to do it, comment edgeful on whatever platform you're looking at. There are 5 people that are going to win a free month of edgeful. So just comment edgeful in the chat. You can see all the entries here. There you go. So only 1 entry will count per person, obviously. Comment edgeful in the chat of the live stream, wherever you're watching. Only 1 will count per person. You don't have to spam it.
I just spiked up.
But yeah.
20. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll this now once it gets to 250.
1 more person. There you go. Perfect.
251 entries. This is pretty cool.
That is actually a way better experience. Grandma 52. Let's go.
Hey.
All right. So, James, can you repeat the process for this?
Yeah. So you got to email hello. Yeah. Email hello@edgeful.com with a logged in view of your YouTube profile, because it has to match the one that's obviously up on screen at the moment.
So Grandma 52.
So email hello@edgeful.com. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So screenshot your logged in view of your YouTube channel. This one that you've won with. Email that to hello, and you can screenshot the thing right here if you want. But the way to claim this is for you to reach out to hello@edgeful.com. That is the only way. You need to email. Just to be clear.
Correct. Yep.
We'll type it in chat as well.
Yeah, the email again is hello@edgeful.com.
Yeah, we do this every Wednesday. Just for anyone who's just joining here, we do it every single Wednesday. 5 people are going to win 1 free month of Edgeful every Wednesday.
Draw it again. We're getting a pretty nasty pop right now in Qs.
Yeah.
Yeah, back up 870.
And there's another one. Wood Wizard.
Hey.
Wood Wizard NC. Congratulations. Again, email, you see this here? Oh, perfect. We'll just do that.
There you go.
We'll have it up on the screen. Wood Wizard, email hello@edgeful.com. The logged in view of your YouTube channel that matches the winning name. It has to match the winning name. Someone wrote, I'm so sad. We do 5 winners, so you can still win, obviously. And we also do it next week and the week after that and the week after that. So like you have a very good chance of winning.
You got 3 more to go. Draw another one. Also, I just added 2 M and Q. I'm going to put the stop loss on this one at the IB high. And the TP at IB low. The first one's probably going to get stopped out. Stock Fudge.
Stock Fudge. Screenshot this. Reach out to hello. If you do not reach out, we are not going to reach out to you. Just to be clear, we are not reaching out to winners. There's no way for us to reach out to you through your YouTube name. You need to reach out to hello@edgeful.com. The comment right here that's on screen is the only way to do it. If you don't reach out to us, you're not going to get your free access. So make sure to just take a screenshot of this and reach out to us. Yeah, we have no way to reach out to you from your YouTube username. That's why. Like we can't DM you on YouTube is the thing. So that's why.
Did get stopped on that 1-to-1, which is another reason why I say the 1-to-1s are a little tricky. But it's right at IB 50 now in Qs. We got 2 more winners to go.
Yep.
Do another one. Oh, we saw Pipti on there.
Oh, I thought that guy before was Stock Fudge. Yeah, make sure to reach out to hello@edgeful.com. The details are right at the bottom of the screen here. Adil Maroc. There you go. Congratulations. 1 free month of Edgeful. Just so you know, that's what we're doing right now. There's 1 free month of Edgeful. We're picking the winners. We only have 1 more winner. We do this every single Wednesday. Next week, you come in the live stream, you comment Edgeful on whatever platform you're on, you'll be entered to win. At the end of the stream, we pick the winners.
1 more. Last one.
Last one.
Got a good entry on that second ahead.
Space Worm 452. Congratulations.
All right, I'll do it. So make sure you guys screenshot that and email hello@edgeful.com.
Yep. You see the comment?
He did not win.
There is always next week.
And the week after
So
that.
Don't worry, guys. It's not going to be the only time. Congrats, guys. Again, you need to reach out to Edgeful, to hello@edgeful.com. We cannot reach out to you on YouTube. There's no way for us to do this. So reach out to Edgeful. The instructions are right here on the screen at the bottom of the screen. Please email hello@edgeful.com with a screenshot of your logged in view of your YouTube channel. It's very important. If you don't have the logged in view, we're not going to give you the access. Just to be clear. Okay.
And if you guys are on Windows, it's a screenshot, Windows Shift S. Or you can take a
Dude, I thought you weren't tech oriented.
Mine just says print screen.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, honestly.
Yeah.
Where is that?
But Zink's in a village. We forgot. He's in a village. So it's not different.
I see that button. I see it.
Yeah. And
right next to the F keys.
JP McLaughlin, yes.
Yeah.
Please, guys, follow wherever you're watching. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Share this with people. Put the notifications on. Whatever the whole thing is. But primarily, just please follow on whatever platform you're either subscribe on YouTube or follow on X, wherever you're watching. Follow whatever account it is that you're watching on. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. We have a different schedule of people that come in and out, but appreciate you guys. We're going to wrap it up here.
Damn.
And have a good
See
one.
you guys later.
Yes, sir.